Hi, I'm Nathan Bushell, editor of Total Installer and Total Fabricator magazines. 3 months ago, I came to the GGF offices in London to interview Tim Simmons, the new CEO of the GGF, to talk about his ambitions for the future and the challenges facing the industry. Today, I returned to the GGF offices to talk to him again to see how he was getting on.
Good afternoon, Nathan. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's great to meet up today. It's been about 3 months since we last spoke.
It seems an age.
Well, you've done a lot of work, and I think that really is evident. Usually, journalists coming to see the GGF, especially when the GGF has made a lot of promises about what it's going to do in the future, to have journalists turn up and pick holes of what they've done, it's going to be quite a task. But it appears as if you're taking the GGF in the direction that you said you were going to take it.
As the group has evolved, what I've been keen to do is to ensure that we've got real clarity in the way forward. I've wanted to make sure that from an organisation and operational perspective, we are developing, and that we make sure that we are much more efficient in what we're doing. And I want to make sure that the business is ready for the regulatory changes and the commercial demands which will be expected of us as an organisation, and also that attempt to break down silos.
So what you've done is you brought in a new MD, Dave Meacham of Fencer and RESA. So already you're breaking down a significant barrier there. They're two distinct organisations, but both two halves of the same coin.
Yes.
It's early days yet, but could you explain a little bit about the dynamic there and why that was a good move?
I saw when I joined that there was significant synergies between both Fencer and RESA. And for me, what I wanted to do was to ensure that there was a closer alignment operationally between Fencer and RESA, but respecting the regulatory constraints that we had to operate within. By the same token, we have to try to look at operational efficiencies to give better value to our members and our customers. And I just felt that by having an MD that sat across both businesses, we could drive that forward a lot more effectively.
Another thing you talked about when we spoke 3 months ago was the IT system. Now, I think you probably refrained from telling me exactly what you thought of the existing IT system, but that would underpin a lot of the efficiencies that you're talking about, especially when it comes to meeting the regulatory challenges of the future. Can you give a bit of an indication of how that's going?
The last 6 to 9 months has been very much shoring up what we have, but we have a very ambitious digital transformation program which expands 3 years. We're starting with our website. We've just completed the discovery phase, but what we're wanting to do is to have a website that defines and sets out a better customer journey in terms of understanding what the customer wants and that ability to find information on the website, and then having an operating system within the website that drives the functionality and drives the growth around the business. We have an ambitious plan, but what we've said is, well, actually that is best delivered over a 3-year period, because we have to run the business at the same time as in which we're transforming the business from a digital perspective. For me, at the end of it, I want to see a much more agile business, and one where we can offer better value to our members and to our customers as well.
Finally, Tim, you've been in this job for 6 months now. You're no longer the new boy. I think it's fair to say you've gone out, you've met the members, you understand the business, and hopefully you've got a real handle on what the GGF's about and what it means to the industry. What's your take of the first 6 months?
One of the things that I've tried to do in the first 6 months is to ensure that the GGF aligns much more closely with its members. I actually see there's a real appreciation amongst our members and an appetite for the GDF to be a lot more connected with their businesses and to share reflect the frustrations and the experiences so that we become the voice of the industry, so we can represent the industry a lot more effective. So for me, that re-engagement is really, really important. You know, the glazing industry is going through a period where there is immense change and complexity, and that ability to navigate geopolitical issues, supply chain issues, workplace skills place issues, foreign imports of cheap products. These are all things that have to be navigated. They're a real burden to our members, and particularly our SMEs. And I think we have the ability to step up and help businesses navigate through that. And what I would like to see is for people who are not our members, but to come to us to seek advice, because I think we're best placed to be able to influence government and to help customers navigate what is now becoming a very complex economic environment. You just have to look at the change in regulation. It's overpowering, and the reality is we need to have, you know, somebody looking at it from a holistic perspective and navigating it through. So for me, I think that's one of the key things that we can do, and providing a lot more confidence and clarity to the wider industry. What we want to do at the end of the day is to work with businesses so that they have a degree of calm in which they can make a decision around how best to invest in the future, and I think we can help them navigate towards that. So for me, yeah, there's a lot to do, but I think we're moving in the right direction.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tim.
Excellent.